I could roll a nat 20, but I roll a failure no matter how hard I try. I'm an embarrassment at the table, walk around with this label. I really need new dice. I could shake them up, I can blow on them, I can rub them on my lucky friend Jim. I take advantage, roll them twice. What is wrong with me? I see the number on the die and it mocks me. They all know how I roll. My party cheers me on, they're behind me. Skill check out low. They know just how I'm going to fail my role.
Hey there, Lawful Stupid Army. What you just heard was a beautiful parody from the Critical Dice team. And I loved it so much I wanted to put it in our next episode. There you go. It's amazing. You can find it on YouTube, you can follow them on Instagram, and you can always go buy some of their really sweet dice. In fact, that's kind of exclusively what I roll with. And when I say kind of, I mean I just pull out those sweet critical no dice and roll them all the time. While that wasn't meant to be an advert, I think now's a great time. You can use the coupon code LAWFUL and get 20% off. I appreciate the quick time, but it's time for a new episode. So let's do this. Last time on Lawful Stupid.
Oof, it wasn't going so well.
Oof is right, God.
Oof a daisy is the word to describe it.
So we decided we would leave Yuri and head back to Oxbane.
Finish our quest.
We've got some stuff to some loose ends to tie up.
Don't
And
you
whilst
Yeah.
on our journey, we run into Cecilia, the Reclaimer, again. But this time, we don't let her go so easy. And by we, I mean Christoph and Rowan.
So she gave us an ultimatum. She basically said, the next time I see you, you will either have an artifact for me to reclaim, or I will take the loot of Wynn. And death before indentureship is the correct word that I googled on our break.
Yep.
But we don't like that word, so we're going to use the other one instead.
We're going to continue to use indenturement, and if everybody could, I mean, Lawful Stupid Army, your first task is to write emails to both Merriam and Webster to get them to add indenturement to the dictionary.
And use the hashtag indenturement whenever you can.
Yeah, please do.
I don't know
But
what
don't
occasion
do
you would
that
use
next
it,
to hashtag MinMaxMankind. That's going to send some mixed messages.
Yeah.
That's our next crusade.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Maybe like it's a July thing. I think that goes really well with July 4th.
Yeah, 4th of July.
Yeah.
And
And
so-
it makes sense.
What happens is we actually are getting into this. We're into this fight. Christoph and Rowan are just laying down their spells, stealing her boomstick, trying to shoot it back at her, putting these handcuffs that Christoph has learned how to manifest onto her. And where we ended at was Rowan was unconscious on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
He got that first death save. He did it. Christoph is ankle deep, knee deep in some bushes, hands and knees. We see that in our heads. And I am standing next to Rowan, attempting
Hold
to
on.
bring
You are
him back to
sprinting towards Rowan.
Yeah, you're running in slow motion towards Rowan.
Why is he moving in slow motion?
It's
know.
dramatic.
That's what she thinks. Yeah.
Why is he doing any of the things he's doing?
Okay, so that's where we're gonna pick up, and you can roll. So you wanted to stabilize him?
Attempt, yes.
Yeah. So roll a medicine check.
15.
Yeah, I'm gonna say he is now stabilized. He is at 0 HP.
Yes.
And
And I want to use call and response real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm just gonna yell it again. Kristoff, stop this nonsense.
Foxwood was right.
Okay. It is Rowan's turn, but you are unconscious. I don't think there's anything you can do there.
Nope.
Uh,
Just sit in my dream world.
At least you're not rolling. At least you're not rolling. You know, why don't you let's just pause the podcast. What is Rowan dream of? Let's have 60 minutes on that.
Large women.
No, I'm
Oh,
just
really
kidding. Christoph,
skinny
your turn.
ones. Nothing in between. No.
Let's just destroy our demographic in one sleep.
That was a good Gallivant reference.
Yeah.
BTW.
It was.
Yeah.
Really sick skinny.
Yes, frail. Yeah, no, I love Geralt. No, is that Geralt?
Yeah.
Garrett.
Yeah.
Gareth.
Gareth. There we go. I knew that didn't sound right.
Geralt.
Gareth.
Anyway.
Geralt is the binacorn from the Avengers.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's Christoph's turn.
Yeah. So Ray of Frost at that woman, Cecilia.
Yeah.
Can I-
well,
If
No.
this is gonna be a thing, can
Go
I use
ahead.
reaction to jump in front of it?
Sure.
Oh.
Sure. Roll an attack.
Well, that is an 18.
Does that meet your? I mean, that has to hit. You
Yeah,
have a low
it
AC.
beats. Yeah.
Okay, so roll damage. Fuck it. This is your life.
Do you win?
Bro,
Sorry.
This is interesting
That's a-
storytelling. I like it.
that's a 7.
So you jump forward in between Cecilia as this bolt of frost staggers across and hits you in the chest, and you're now slowed by 15 feet or something like that.
10 feet.
Yeah, and it.
Rowan, Atlas, what are you doing? Calm response.
And I'm gonna super dramatic, like maybe it didn't hurt me as much as you thought it might, but I will give you like role playing. Say, I'm trying to save all of our lives.
Fuck, man.
Do you want to do anything else in your turn?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, this is intense. This is a good, nail
Yeah.
biter for the podcast. We haven't pushed your limits this far.
I can't hurt my friend anymore. Bonus action. Dash action. 30 feet away.
Oh, okay. You bolt. Would you have dropped concentration on these,
I'm absolutely not dropping concentration.
on the shackles? Okay. So it's now, Cecilia's turn. And,
I'll tell you what, I'm leaving, right? I'm leaving.
yeah.
So you, if
If you're bolting out of the fight and just ending the fight,
Yeah,
then they're
I'm
gone.
leaving.
You're gonna drop those
yeah,
shackles.
I mean, you
after
can decide when the range runs out,
Right,
But
well-
I'm just leaving.
Okay, well that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and make her do a check and shit if you're just planning to bolt, right? So
Yeah, I
you
would
dash
imagine
30
that I
feet
could
on your
get
turn,
clear.
and
I
then
could get clear before they broke.
yeah, no, for sure. That's what I'm saying. You dash 30 feet, and then you continue to run. And as she's preparing to break them, on her round in that combat, they dissipate, and combat ends. And she looks at Atlas, who's hurt, and she pulls out this this other small rock thing with some etching on it, and points at Atlas, and she's gonna heal you for 8 points of damage. And she's gonna put that back away, and she says, I appreciate what you did, but that doesn't change anything. The next time we cross, it's the loot, or it's an artifact.
I'll stand resolute and say, that wasn't for you either. That was for my friends.
And she kind of shrugs, not like a rude, just kind of like a meh, and then puts the rifle across her back, and she says, I won't say I regret anything. And she looks down at Rowan, and she says, but it's not what I wanted either. And she starts to walk away. Do you want to say anything? You want to let her go?
Whew, let it go. That was intense.
Okay. Yeah, alright. So, you wanna, like, try and wake Rowan up, or...
Yeah, because I don't think I have any potions on me anymore. I think I've used them way back when, so...
I mean, he
Mouth
will,
to
like,
mouth.
essentially, well...
Oh God, no!
No,
Please,
essentially
no.
what has to happen, and I think D&D mechanics plays better into the lore here, is he's got to, like, be passed out for an hour before he recovers 1 HP point, because you don't have a way of healing him, you don't have a potion, so you can drag him back to the fire and make him more comfortable and shit like that, but I want him to pass out in this time. Like, that just makes more sense.
Yeah, I'll definitely pick him up, take him back, and then I'm just going to sit next to him, sword across my knees, waiting for anything else to happen.
And I imagine that Boxwood is just lighting you up, like, just occasionally, with, "Coward, you let your friend almost die. I told you you weren't strong enough," and things like that. And, like, you're consistently trying to, like, bar her voice out of your head.
I want to make a point of contention that this particular fight, and I at this point I'm like kind of listening to what she has to say and almost believing it in a sense that maybe I am too weak because I wasn't able to fight.
Right. And?
So that's just me, so I'm just staring at the fire, and I'm thinking maybe I should have fought back, and should I regret my choices? And of course, Kristoff is nowhere around like that I know of, and I'm sitting here in my circumstances. Rowan is still unconscious. I'm alone. Our car's blown up. Our horses are gone. All of our supplies are gone. What are we really doing here?
All right, Kristoff, what are you doing?
Heading on to Oxbane alone.
Damn, the party splits. Okay. So, Atlas, I think, do you ever try to sleep? Like, or do you wait till Rowan to wake up after an hour? So,
I absolutely wait, yeah.
okay. So, after an hour, Rowan, you kind of, like, come to. And you are hurting like a motherfucker, man.
Oh my god.
How
I was
much
gonna
did
say
drink?
I had a dream, but it hurts too much to be a dream.
It was not a dream, my friend.
So I did shoot a fucking sweet laser gun.
It was something, and you did good.
Worth it.
You made her run away.
I knew it would work.
But Kristoff has taken flight. I can only assume back to Oxbane. He's been gone for over 2 hours.
Oh. Well, we should catch up to him.
Yeah, I just didn't want to. I didn't want to carry you. I didn't know what kind of injuries you might have.
That's smart. I don't either, but it hurts.
Well, let's see if you can walk. And so I kind of like put his arm over my shoulder and I'm significantly taller, but I'm gonna try to help him stand.
Oh yeah, I mean with 1 HP, you can walk normal speed, but you are hurting, you're sore, like you're hobbling. You helping him is why he's like normal speed, no problem, and it not being this big ordeal.
But I do have to ask, why would you not fight?
As you guys are walking towards Oxbane, go ahead.
Yeah.
In my experience, Rowan, even if the limited experience I had going through battle school, the one thing I was taught was know your enemy. And I could tell right away, whatever she had, whatever artifact, whatever small item she held, the power that those things held, we were never going to be able to win. It was never a fight we should have even started to begin with. And so the moment that you all decided that you were going to act in that manner, I knew that I had to stop that before we were all dead.
Oh.
If she wants that artifact, we'll get that artifact.
No. We'll make her
Only-
think we got an artifact. She's shown her hand now. She's shown her hand now.
Look at you right now. She has gone away. She laughed at the spell that Kristoff tried to put on her with those handcuff things he can do with his mind. Laughed them off.
I mean, that's fine. I like her a lot more after this. But
I do too.
But it doesn't
She
mean
is-
she's not gonna die the next time we see her and she tries to take this fucking loot.
Speaking of
Why
the loot,
are we
have you
even really
examined
tied
it
to it?
since you woke up? Have you like examined the loot since you woke up, or just kind of like left it where you were, or whatever?
It's just on my back.
Okay.
I have not looked at it.
All right, good. Moving on. Just checking.
Also, would like you to realize now that the reclaimer that you supposedly killed, do you feel differently about that?
I don't feel differently about that because it was a lie in the first place.
I know, but I mean, I felt like we said it so confidently before, whereas we had not had our butts handed to us.
I'll say it just as confidently from now on too. What's
Well,
the
I
business
trust
of theirs?
Well, I just want you to know that I got your back, except for when it comes to really, really strong opponents. I still have your back. I'm just not willing to die in a fight that I know we had no ability to win. So I need you to trust me a little more when I say don't fight.
Yeah. I mean, you've got my back now. When our lives aren't on the line.
Where's Kristoff? Who was the man who decided to stay and make sure nothing else happened to you tonight?
I probably headed back towards Oxbane to get help. He's a noble, in more than just
rift.
title.
One person would say that, and that was just you just now.
That's probably true, but I feel it's the same. And I know you're good, deep down, as much as I hate it. But I have to trust your judgment right now, or I will sleep here and get eaten by a wolf or something.
That will not happen. We will get back to Oxbane. We will find Kristoff, and we'll figure this whole thing out.
No, it's real easy. And then I'm just gonna grab my loot and be like, I'll just fucking play the loot till it shows me the future when she attacks, and we'll just know everything ahead. And we can set up like a cage and like a fake rifle that goes bang when she pulls the trigger. You know, all the Bill and Ted shit.
And then I go, I feel like this is stuff that you and Kristoff talk about.
No, it's a great bard's tale. I'll tell you sometime. In fact, I'll tell you right now.
Let's do it.
And I continue telling him the entire story of Bill and Ted's excellent adventure and bogus journey.
Okay, so in the only way that we do lawful stupid transitions, Shane.
Doodly-doo, doodly-doo, doodly-doo.
All right, Kristoff, what are you doing? Tail between your
I-
legs. What are you doing?
Okay, first of all, fuck you.
Oh god, that was too good.
First of all, fuck you, Dwayne Peden. Second of all, Kristoff, who doesn't know who that person is so just for the folks keeping score at home, 3 hit points. So he's not feeling great. Has picked up a stick. Is using it to walk. He's pretty well rested considering the fact these guys asked handed to him. He did sleep all day, so he's using this time that he has ahead of his boys.
Hold on. Okay, so you're imagining we're day forward, so they're walking the whole time because they're walking at night. Like they were only 2 hours, and then they started walking, had that conversation.
I'm just saying they haven't had a long rest. I had a long rest during that day, and they had a
Oh,
short rest
you're not
before they
saying
were
a
woken
future
up.
day. It's still nighttime where you are.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
I'm just
I
trying
picked
to-
up a stick, and I'm using
Yep.
that. I'm using that to walk, and I'm heading towards Oxbane.
Okay. You want to do anything else exposition-wise, or just head towards Oxbane? This is your time to shine. This is the Kristoff show.
I mean, I have nothing to say.
First time ever.
I have nothing to say that I haven't already said in call and response. See,
Okay.
see also, Foxwood was right. See also, you're a coward. See also, you are weak. See also, Rowan, good job.
Okay, so we cut back to the 2 boys, and they're still making their
Way
fucking
downtown.
Yeah,
you
we're
guys.
not really walking fast. I'm hurt.
Hate this podcast.
And shit you not,
No-
Death himself
no
was playing
faces
bass.
past.
I'm golden hammer bound.
And so you guys are walking through the forest together, still limping, still just bickering, I think. Not bickering, because you're just telling this ridiculously long story. And I think when we cut back to you guys, that's when you end the second installment, and you go, and that's how they saved everyone.
And they were playing the great ballad.
Good
God
game,
gave
rock and roll
to you.
And so, is there anything you guys want to do before I just kind of like push the story along?
I mean,
Push along.
I'll check my loot at some point because I feel that's necessary now.
Yeah. No, you do. You metagame it and know that it's there is a there's a crack from the base all the way up the neck.
Sweet. I'm not gonna mention that to anyone.
I mean, it's pretty apparent. Like, if anybody like looks at it face on, it's like a big crack. Like, strings aren't broken, but it's from stem to stern. That bitch has got a huge crack down it.
That's not good.
No, it's not. And so, Kristoff, we're gonna go back to you. So, and this is hours of walking later, and you're about a couple hours out from Oxbane, and you know this. And as you're rising over a hill, you see just flames pouring up into the sky and dark billows of smoke. And at this point, you can roll a perception check for me, please.
I would love to. That is a gentleman's 5.
You see flames and smoke in the direction of Oxbane, and it's thick and billowing. So you continue to head that direction, I assume.
Yes, even more rapidly now.
Okay. And so you're getting further along, and so we're gonna pull them up to the same point. You guys are at the hill, the same hill, and you see flames and smoke, and it's roll perception checks.
A 12.
A 15.
And you guys can both see from where you're standing that Oxbane is pouring flames forth, and that Castle Trestle, which you can see from this far away, it like you remember what it looked like, but you can see that half of it has caved in.
Oh god, this is really a low point in our story right now.
I dead sprint.
Things got
I
dark.
say, Rowan, either jump on my back so I can run, but I gotta get there fast. I can't. I don't have time to slow walk anymore.
Piggyback all the way, boy. Let's do this.
Jump
Roll.
on. We're Luke and
No,
Yoda. This
I
thing.
can't imagine you weigh that much. Fuck it. So you sprint, and do me a favor and roll athletics though, because I do want to see how fast you sprint for how long. Technically, Constitution would be this, but athletics sounds more appealing.
Okay. Oh snap, son! I'll take a 23.
Okay, so you sprint and you sprint and you sprint, and at some point, I think just from you sprinting the whole time, you're sweating, you're exhausted. You catch up, like you see Kristoff ahead of you, like you're.
I had a 2-hour head start.
Yeah, but I imagine you're like walking slow too, right? Like, no, that's fine. You don't have to regroup. I'm also trying to force you to regroup, and I'll be transparent about that. But that's up to you. If you want to be that far ahead of him, we
Fine.
can do that. No, you do you. You want to be that far ahead?
I feel.
No, that's
Yes. So
letting you
you're
choose.
asking Kristoff? Yes. I don't
Yeah.
want to be caught up.
okay. Cool. So you're sprinting, and we're gonna go back to Kristoff. You hit that forest edge, the same forest edge you hit the last time you guys returned to Oxbane. The last time you returned as a group, as a trio, as friends and compatriots, to clear your name in Oxbane, to help Justicar Svan, to bring order back to Oxbane, the city that you've called home so far in Orenthal, and it's different now. By the time you get there, the fires aren't burning as bright, but smoke is billowing high. You don't see guards anywhere. It's ran down. Roll a perception check for me, please.
I would love to. That is a gentleman's 19.
So you're watching. You're at the edge line. I don't think you're a foolish man enough to just barrel right in there. You're watching from the edge. Go ahead.
I can tell you what I would probably do.
Yeah,
if
go
you
ahead.
want.
No, please.
So the last time I was exactly in this forest clearing, and I had to hail Turinga, I set up a mage hand, a silver mage hand, to signal him. And I think, so this, I'm thinking thematically right now.
Sure.
I do not want to be caught up with these guys. I get that you want us to regroup. I'm with that.
No, that's fine.
But I think thematically, I would send up that silver mage hand, and then I think that I just collapse
I like that. All right.
from exertion.
So you send up the mage hand. Boys, you guys see this mage hand because it goes above as you're sprinting, but it's far in the distance. It's much further than you. You're like, you know who it is, right? Like, that's your boy. You've seen this before, and so you're sprinting, and you know what that means, and you're still a while away.
I send up a
And
mage
Kristoff.
hand as well.
He high fives that mage hand.
To also try to save.
Okay.
I don't know that he's exhausted. I just try to.
No, I get that. So, Kristoff, you wake up about an hour later, and you wake up to one of those giant.
I'm rolling a hit dice real quick, but go ahead.
Yeah. You wake up to one of those giant demon style, not demon, but these giant humanoid figures with large horns and ornate armor, and it's holding a giant, I keep using that word, a very large two-handed sword, and it's raising it above its head with both hands, and just as it's about to bring the sword down on you, it stumbles forward, and from your prone position, you look up to see this giant thing stumbling, and there's the most cattywampus situation going on. There are two halflings scrambling around the body, almost like mouse on a dog or something. They're so small compared to this, and they're like climbing and stabbing and climbing and stabbing. And from across from you, you see magic that you've seen before, right? Because you've seen Rowan's bardic spells fire off, and so they're firing over you, hitting this large creature, two-legged creature in the chest, and it's trying to peel these halflings off and swing the sword and rebuke this battle happening over you. And just as you think the creature's about to step on you, you see this blade pierce through the back of it and out in front, and you, from your prone perspective, you're looking up, and the blade kind of is like 3 or 4 feet ahead of you, and this blood pours everywhere, and it collapses. And you see a fucked up Turinga.
Yes! Yes!
Oh,
As he kicks the big two-legged thing forward and kicks it hard enough that it stumbles past you and wipes the blade and sheaths it, and Turinga looks down and goes, "Huh, she's been napping the whole time."
I came as fast as I could.
You took a long time. You told me that when I say your name, you would be here. It's been a while.
As quickly as I can.
Yes.
It's been at least a week.
We discussed this at length. It's not immediate. I apologize. I'm here now, and I'm gonna hug him.
Absolutely, yeah. He hugs you back,
Tringle, what's happened?
and Turinga looks back at the city and looks back at you and says, "So much." Diddle-doo, diddle-doo, diddle-doo. Boys, you're sprinting. You see the mage hand. You see it go up, and you know that's your guy. And you're not quiet, and you're busting through small trees and saplings, like just full-on steam train ahead, and he fires off this mage hand in response, right? Like, that's my boy. And you're sprinting, you're charging, you're jumping, And out of left field, you get tackled. Both of you. Dexterity saving throws, please.
19. What did...
18.
So you both get tackled, and then you both take 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
I'm out again.
2 points, you said?
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, you were asleep. Well, I don't know how this works, but you were down for the hour by the campfire. Did you roll yours, or do you get it then?
No, so when he's down from the campfire, he only gets 1 hit point back to come back up. He doesn't get to do a hit die. And then you guys walked the rest of the time, so he didn't really, I mean, I guess technically, no, that's not resting. I don't think he was resting because you're marching the whole time. And so, I think with those high of scores, this big, 2-legged, horned, ornate armored, sword-carrying thing shoulder tackles you guys, but because you roll so high, even though you're jarred by the experience and you pass out, Atlas still has you on his back. Atlas, fight or flight. You choose now.
I'm going to size this thing up. Is it just him?
Dexterity saving throw, please.
That's a 4.
So as you're stunned, holding on to Atlas, and you look, you're not really sure what you're seeing. You don't know what to make of the situation. He presses the advantage. He swings his blade at you. You see the large weapon, almost the size of you, almost, or that's what it feels like as it's coming at you, and you step backwards, and it cuts a huge gash across your chest, and you take 11 points of slashing damage. And do me a favor and take 4 points of necrotic damage as well. Atlas.
Alright, well, that
fight or flight.
That up. Super flight.
Okay.
Also, rage mode, just in case. Boom, rage mode, and then get
Wait, thematically I have a problem. Thematically I have a problem with you running and raging at the same time. Because to me, rage mode breaks off the barriers and you're going toe-to-toe. I can't imagine you go rage mode and then sprint away.
6 seconds into your sprint, you would immediately lose rage mode because you didn't attack somebody who attacked.
Yeah.
Nope, if I get attacked, it would also happen. So
No, but it only lasts a minute, right? I guess that's fair. Yeah, you have a minute of sprinting in rage mode. Because you're just...
Yeah, I don't know how fast this thing is, so I'll take if it hits me all the way to Oxbane.
No, I mean, that's fair. I get that. I'm cool with that. You just freak out, and maybe your rage mode isn't... Maybe because it's not strong enough, whatever, but... I always see rage mode.
This isn't
as a
rage
fight
mode.
thing.
This is fear mode.
Yeah, it's it is adrenaline, period. And so
yeah,
you go rage mode and you put a hand on Atlas and you sprint. And do me a favor, and we're gonna roll an athletics saving throw
so I'm pretty
with advantage. You're in rage mode.
So athletic strength. So it's 18.
So as you turn to run, you bolt, and you're moving faster than before, fueled by the rage of panic and worry about Atlas. This tree next to you explodes as this two-handed blade flies through it. And you bolt, and it's not able to catch up with you, and it in fact loses you. And in a very short amount of time, you come up upon a group of people as Chiringa is saying, it's been a really long time, and Chiringa has not started telling the story. He was checking with the two halflings and the tiefling that were with him, making sure they were okay, and confirming. This is something you notice, Kristoff, that the rest of the party doesn't see because they're coming up after it. Chiringa does a very thorough job of making sure this thing is dead. Walks over to the chest and the head and just lances it with his sword. And they run up panting. And you guys see this picture painted of Chiringa cleaning a blade over this giant two-legged horned creature. Kristoff standing to the side, two halflings and a tiefling all gathered over this body.
I'm asleep.
Yeah, you're asleep.
So I'm taking it all in, and the first thing I'm going to say is, Kristoff, are you okay?
I move towards him, and I don't even. I'm like looking through him, and I pull out the potion that Rowan gave to me earlier, and I pour it down his gullet.
All right, go ahead and roll that healing, Kristoff, or yeah, Kristoff is who I want to roll it because you poured the potion down. So,
tell me how many d4s to roll, please.
Be 2.
2d4. Yep. And as
That's a
Rowan
4.
holds up our beautiful potion.
And a 4, 8.
Yes.
Nice.
Maxed out healing. You should be a
You
bard.
are feeling better. You're like waking up, and you. How does that work for you? You got the juiciness of the red potion in your throat.
Oh, that's delicious. It's not whiskey, but it's good. Hey, Kristoff. You guys caught up?
I imagine he's still on my shoulder as he's talking.
Mhm.
Oh, for sure.
Over my back.
I see we caught up. Everything's on fire. Things are bad.
They're not good.
It's Taringa. Hi, I see you there.
What's going on here?
She or he. Sorry, damn. That is just gonna be forever.
Look,
just forced in my
just
head.
for the
Ever.
record, in the campaign that we did with Shane, and I made my fucking mentor Cambe, and I envisioned as a man, and then Scott made it a woman, and then eventually we just got married.
That's true.
It's true.
And
That's how you resolve these issues.
yeah, that's true. And Satringa, he looks over and goes, "You've looked better, friend."
But I still look better than most friends.
I guess that's true. I'm glad to see you're in mostly one piece. Atlas, how are you?
I'm very confused about what's going on.
So par for the course, everything's normal, great.
Yeah, what is you are super nonchalant about what's going on right now?
I've been in this for a week and a half. You're the one surprised by what's going on. This has been a
Yes.
thing for a little bit. So excuse me
where
for
is-
not freaking out.
What's Jessica Svan? I mean, is Yogg okay? What are these demons?
Well, we don't know what they are. We know that they...
Let me snap off a history check on what they are, if you would.
Yeah, go ahead.
Snap that off real quick. That is a gentleman's 19.
So, this is going to be, I think, a running theme. But you don't know what they are. But in your investigation of them, they are reeking of the Arcane Torrent. Like, reeking of it. Like, to you, an initiate could have smelled it if they would have just looked in its direction.
Yeah.
And so Chiringa says, we don't know what they are. And you see his face go from this, like, not jovial, but more relaxed face from seeing old friends who he thought were gone, to this somber, almost sedentary look. And he says, "It's my fault. I brought this on the city."
That can't be true, Taringa.
It is. It's I let them loose.
Tell me everything.
So you boys brought in Renoir. And
recall.
when he was in captivity, he spoke of a hidden power below the city. Something that was supposedly left over from the Arcane Wars. And I know we've heard that over and over again, and I'll be damned if Findle doesn't keep talking about stuff like that. So I was curious. And so I investigated, and I found the door. I found something. And so Renoir, he, being the piece of, he negotiated his freedom for the key to the door. And we thought it would be best to open it. So we sent a squad down to open it, and I didn't go with them. I should have known better. The first time I was down there, I was attacked by these weird creatures, but I don't know. Maybe it's folly, maybe it's pride, maybe it's wanting Oxbane to have power that even Yuri and the whole world would respect. I don't know. But I thought it was a good idea. So we sent the Justicar down there with some other soldiers, and they opened the gate. And these things just poured out by the dozens. And before we knew it, there had to have been 30 or 40, and they are terrifyingly powerful. The only reason we took this one down so quickly, and he motions down to the corpse below and says, because the four of us have this strategy, and if it's just one, it's doable. We have a method of getting to it before it can really respond, and so far, as long as we can pick one off, they haven't really found a way to fight that. And the city's in shambles, and it's my fault.
Well, it's not all your fault. It's definitely some of your fault.
I'm gonna go ahead and unfurl my scroll of sending,
Okay.
and I'm gonna send a message to Wendy.
Okay. And scroll of sending. Did you look up sending?
I just did, yes.
Good. All right. So I think you have 25 words.
25 words.
All right. Let's do it.
Wendy.
Dear Wendy.
Dearest Wendy,
Best
this is
regards.
Christoph.
Yeah.
To whom it may concern.
Okay.
Wendy. Oxbane has fallen. Large horned creatures like I saw in Torrent. Send all available help, or this world is lost forever.
You still, by my count, you still have 3 words.
I love you.
And you see on the other side of the world, oh, that's nice. No. So you pull out the scroll, you cast a spell. Nobody, does it speak words or is it think words?
I want to say it's think words.
Yeah, I think it's think words, and everybody.
But I think I'm saying them.
You
out
say them out loud, almost like you're typing when someone speaks and types at the same time.
Dictated but not read. Christoph should know.
And then the scroll disappears, and Tringa says, "Who did you just ask for help from?"
My life coach.
Tringa looks hurt. No. Okay. Well, hopefully your life coach sends help quick.
Someone of influence.
I can't.
I hope.
That's fine. We'll just
The desperation.
take care of this. It's okay. Everything's fine.
It's very much
Everything's
not
gonna
okay.
be fine.
And she says, or he says, Jesus fucking Christ. What happened to you guys first? You don't look great.
Oh, we played a little two-hand touch with the Reclaimer.
She's very good at two-hand touch.
What's a reclaimer?
They're people that hunt artifacts.
And you
Turinga.
guys are
I don't even want to have this conversation. Turinga. Where's Eckenbar?
I don't know. He hasn't been one of the few that's like held up and fighting.
Turinga.
Can you get me to the Golden Buckle?
I can get you to what's left of it.
Where's Yogg? Have you seen Yogg?
And he looks at you, and you can see it on his face, Atlas. And he doesn't respond, and he looks away, and one of the tieflings, not one of the tiefling steps up, and he says, Yogg died.
Rage mode. I run immediately into the city. Alaria, Foxwood, and Willow in either hand.
Okay. And that's where we're gonna end this episode.
Now he wants to fight.
Son of a bitch.
Now he wants to fight.
And the picture painted is two halflings in this leather armor holding these small blades out, and the tiefling bard watching as Atlas is sprinting over through the open field towards the ruined gate, the flames and the smoke, or the smolders and the smoke billowing in the air still. You see, and I imagine this is all like watercolor painting as we're doing this freeze frame in my head for some reason. And you see Tringa like holding out a hand towards Atlas, shouting, "Wait!" And I imagine you drop Rowan. Like I imagine Rowan standing on his own 2 feet now that he's healed,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Or do you just hang out? Okay, Rowan and Kristoff standing side by side, watching as Atlas.
Kristoff looking down and away.
And that is where we're going to end this episode, boys. And I normally play our upbeat intro that I love so much on our way out, but I don't think that's appropriate. So instead, I'm
Gonna need a more somber.
we need the
melody.
theme to
a little
Seinfeld.
more somber.
Gonna need you're gonna need the end of Yu Yu Hakusho, please.
Oh, that'd be great if I could just do that and not get us in trouble. So, boys, how you doing?
I almost cried.
Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking about opening up a shop called 2 KOs One Night.
To what? Oh no! Gallows humor, as it were. That was unexpected on all accounts.
Yeah.
For how you guys would handle that.
Oh yeah, like this episode went
How that
camping.
would,
It was intense.
Yep.
Intense. Because that's how you camp is inside of a tent.
He's a teepee, a wigwam. Teepee, a wigwam. Calm down, man. You're too tense.
Oh,
Huh.
yeah.
There's a lot of story built up over 2 episodes. Easily.
We're playing another session, right?
We're not.
Yes.
We have to.
No, come on!
I have to
Please,
travel.
Dwayne.
I have to pack.
Dwayne.
Do a 30-minute one.
Almost no, absolutely not. I think this is the best cliffhanger for you boys as players.
This is awful.
Wait,
don't
do we stop already?
No, we're
still
still.
in the
Everyone's
next-
listening to
yeah.
us and
Still
writhe
playing.
in pain.
I need to
Yes.
go cry. I just didn't want to do it on there.
I actually,
No.
as the person who knows for the most part what's happening, like I obviously know that Yark is dead ahead of time, right? Like, but I don't know how it's gonna break down. Like, I felt emotional
I got chills, my
as
dude.
Sharinga talking about it, like.
Goose pimples.
Oh yeah, he opened up
Yeah,
the door
so,
to darkness. I mean, all hearts
Yeah,
return to
so,
darkness.
But I know now, without a doubt, that Kingdom Hearts is light.
It's like
Look, the heart may be weak,
So,
and sometimes the heart may give in. And that's the end of the quote.
We appreciate you guys listening.
but I know, beyond a doubt,
It's
Kingdom
light.
Hearts is light.
I had
Yes,
to
sir.
like 3 times the charm.
I don't actually have anything to say other than thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening. Oh, by the way, Hey, Wounded Warriors Project, go ahead and take $19.
Have that. Enjoy that. Put it to good use like I know you will.
$19, future Shainsaw. Remember.
You will in the recording.
Oh, let's listen to this again.
That's why we record it.
It's true. Whew. Alright, so we got a lot of resetting to do before we play this last session for the night, so we're going to go ahead and sign off now.
Thank you all.
Thank you for listening,
Thanks
everyone.
for listening to our pain in this episode and how we'll never fully recover, as Scott and I drink alcohol currently to deal with it.
Alright.
Actively dealing with our problems with our problems.
We are storytellers.
We are creators.
We are gamers.
We are dreamers.
We are players.
We are players.
We are players.
We are DMs.
We are Nerdsmith.